Choji, um, Choji, Akamichi, right? He was there during Asuma's death, and he was devastated. He was sad. He started crying, and he was like, "Man, don't cry on me, Choji. You are a strong boy and shit. You're not, like that. I didn't train you to be like that. You know, you gotta be tough." And Choji was like, "I'll cut back on the eating." He promised the sensei that he'd, go on a diet for a little bit. But it's part of his clan to like take in food, and like when they ain't big, it's kind of like the something's wrong with you type shit. But he ain't gonna like hurt Shikamaru or his bank accounts when they go to eat. He's like, I'll be more sensible towards them and shit a little bit. That type of thing. When Asuma died, and then when Kakashi was like, okay, we're gonna go after these guys, he's like, yes, I'll fuck these guys up too. Let's go, let's find these fuckers. And Choji was ready to go. Choji tried to fight against Kakuzu too, with Ino and Kakashi. But it was to no end, like he couldn't fight against him. Even though he's big and other things, Kakuzu just had better hands than he did. Um, better skills than he did. But he was there for support, and he bought time for Naruto. That's what he was really there for. You know, and then Shikamaru did his thing, and then he was just like support, just like a little better support if you ask me. He can he's a strong guy. He's durable, tough. Yeah. And if had they done like chicken chow shit like right away, and they did try that shit, they did, but they didn't use it how they usually use it. Because Shikamaru then went and he, split up to, take care of Eden. But Choji, Akamichi, right, during this time of Asuma Revenge Arc, right? So his strength's 85, 83 for his speed, 85 for his durability, and 84 for his endurance, with his intelligence at 84%, and 86 for his experience, 86 for his close skills, and 84 for his range skills, 81 for his recoup, and 83 for his hacks. 84.1 for Choji, Akamichi. And Choji Akamichi, that's what he does. He's support. He's strong support. Uh, he's that big guy that's there. For rolling people over and using his big ass hands to like throw people around. He's cool like that. And he's Shikamaru's friend and shit. So be cool on the corner.